Babylon. Here we go.
New film by Damien Chazelle. Long and expansive and frankly overblown. So the story, if you can actually use the word story to describe a succession of over-choreographed set pieces, basically at the centre of it, two silver screen dreamers. You have Manuel Manny Torre, played by Diego Calva, and Nellie Leroy, played by Margot Robbie. She wants to be a star. Somebody says, you want to become a star? She says, you don't become a star. You either are a star or you aren't a star. He just wants to work in the movie industry. We meet them in the late 20s. And there's glitzy parties going on. Brad Pitt is a movie star who has these glitzy parties. They both desperately want to get into the movie industry. They both do get into the movie industry as the industry itself changes around them, going from the silent period into the sound period, going from the pre-code era into the sort of more corporate era. And the film follows their adventures through a series of glamorous, glitzy, exotically debauched, bacchanalian revelries. Here's a clip.
Bellissimo, bellissimo. Next time, try softer, okay? But why, my darling Pierre? Why? Well, hey, move that microphone 45 degrees, okay? That one neutral, okay? A ver, no. Hey, amigo, it's not Manuel, it's Manny. Manny Torres, okay? Yeah. Okay, vamos, ya, vamos. Let's roll, people. Let's go. Take two.
Now, that scene, as you can tell, is referring to Singing in the Rain. And the thing about, Singing in the Rain going from silent into sound, and some people could make the transition and some people couldn't. And the film makes a lot of references to Singing in the Rain before finally ending up going to see Singing in the Rain and having one of the most ridiculous end sequences of, kind of Stargate explosions of the history of cinema. Here's the main thing about Babylon. Babylon begins with an elephant pooing straight into the camera in the first 3 minutes. And you think, as you do with the, where you're going to go, what are you going to do for a second act? After that, we get a bloke eating live rats in the bowels of hell. We get an alligator chained up downstairs somewhere in some subterranean cavern. We get Margot Robbie fighting a rattlesnake, which has its head cut off with a sword. We get to watch a Fatty Arbuckle style event with an actor and somebody relieving themselves at a party. We get people swinging from the chandeliers and, jazz music. And
everyone's getting on splendidly.
Everyone's getting along famously. And it just starts at that tenor, and it just keeps going like that, and it just keeps going like that, and it just keeps going, and the camera goes swirly, 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 and the music goes, and everyone goes, and okay, it's exhausting. The problem with it is it isn't entertainingly exhausting, and more than that, it isn't intriguingly or insightfully exhausting. It's just like being yelled at for 3 hours. It's an incredibly ill-disciplined movie, and it may be that within the entire bacchanalian debauch of it, there are some interesting ideas about the way in which the movie industry changed during that period. But firstly, I love Singing in the Rain. You evoke Singing in the Rain at your peril. And when you're in the middle of a movie which is a sprawling mess of a thing, reminding us that Singing in the Rain is an incredibly well-disciplined, well-choreographed movie is not the smartest move. Second, yes, okay, you can have some fun going, oh, well, that fictional character is based on that actor, and that fictional character is a bit of that actor, and this situation is a little bit of that. That's fine. I mean, Kenneth Anger's Hollywood Babylon, everyone kind of, had a copy of it kicking around. It's fine. It's not enough to sustain a 3-hour movie. Thirdly, and I think more importantly, it's like the film just imagines itself to be so much more chaotically enthralling than it is. If you've seen the poster, which Margot Robbie being hoisted above a reveling. That's what the film's like, and I found it really, really, really full of itself. Way too long. I mean, I said Babylon and on and on and on. And the fact that a movie that's got so much debauchery in it could be quite so uninteresting really, I think, seals its fate.
Do you find debauchery more interesting normally?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
When it turns up in the New Forest, it's not like that.
No, it's not like
Very
that.
few
It's
elephants.
much shorter. It's, serious. I mean, the thing with Damien Chazelle is, I mean, I have liked Damien Chazelle's work in the past. You and I looked at The Eddie, remember, during lockdown when The Eddie was on Netflix, and we thought it was kind of well done. This just felt like it was like being thrown into a kind of splash pool sewer and told, "Isn't that thrillingly exciting?" You know, and it's just not. It's a mess of a movie. It's an absolute uncontrolled mess of a film.
Son Hutchinson in Austin,
Yes.
Texas. I've just returned from seeing Babylon, and I am more than disappointed. I am livid. This plotless, meandering pastiche of incoherent excess
There we go. Thank you.
contains the seeds of 3 different movies, only one of which is interesting and none of which are original. Sadly, it'll probably win Oscars. I don't think it will, because we Americans love graphic depictions of orgies.
Exactly, and of Hollywood.
But out of puritanical repression, we feel obligated to pretend it's art. I'd like to talk about the good part first. Jovan Adepo is Kat Anderson and Lee Jun Lee is Anna May Wong.
Yes.
The names have been changed, but their stories are
Lady Fei
unmistakable.
Zhu, yeah.
Adepo's jazz trumpeter accounts for 2 of the film's total of 6 interesting minutes. Lee Jun Lee provides the other 4. She absolutely commands every scene she appears in. I would have really quite enjoyed those 6 minutes had they been presented as 2 cinematic shorts. Unfortunately, they are divvied up and parsimoniously rationed amidst over 3 hours of despair porn. Margot Robbie is wasted on another typecast Tonya Harding Harley Quinn character, this time in the 5th remake of A Star is Born. Brad Pitt seems to have quite enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but maybe wished he'd played the Leo role. He dials it in accordingly. Sadly, Babylon has no poolside flamethrower scene to save this $80 million of fatuous, ghastly, insipid tedium. This is 3.5 hours of my life I will never get back. I should have stayed at home, rewatched Glass Onion, and taken a nap.
Well, can I just say, I think that did a better job than I did.
But he's right. There are some interesting. That's interesting. Let's do that.
No. We're back to another orgy.
Yes.
We're back to another fight with a rattlesnake.
Anyway, correspondence at Kermode and Mayo.
You've seen Babylon and on.
Yeah,
and
I
on
watched
and
it over a period of a week.
Yeah, I watched it over 3 hours, but it felt like I was watching it over a period of a week.
I mean, I watched like 40-minute chunks.
It's tosh, isn't it?
Well, yes, kind of. Also, you very quickly reached the opinion, I don't care about
Anyone.
a single person. Although, as Son is pointing out, the Giovanna Depo character and Legion, they are interesting. Okay, yes, maybe them. But everyone else, nah, don't care.
Hey, Simon, apparently we've got 20 seconds to tell people how fabulous NordVPN is.
Okay, 1, you get access to streaming services in other countries. 2, you save money on booking holidays as well as having premium cybersecurity on your devices, and all for the price of a coffee a month.
To get your exclusive NordVPN deal, go to nordvpn.com/kmtake for a huge discount on your NordVPN plan and a bonus gift.
It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description below.